I'd like to invite the Vice Chancellor, who is represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Professor Adebola Ekanla, to please give the opening remark.
It is my delight to welcome each and every one of us. First, for those who have visited us to the University of Ibadan, to the premier university in Nigeria, first and the best, Nigeria. And for members of the university, it is my pleasure to welcome us to this event. It is quite encouraging to know that the partnership between the University of Ibadan and Pascal is growing from strength to strength. I know that in the last 1 year or so, we've had a series of programs on the platform of that partnership, and I know that it will certainly get better and better. And I think it's important that I call our attention to the fact that these training workshop on advanced training for multi-method and policy-oriented research is very much consistent with one of the core objectives of PASGA, as well as one of the core objectives of the University of Ibadan, which is to develop our capacity for cutting-edge research across all fields. Even though I know that PASGA has a special interest in research in the area of public policy. And I would want to congratulate all our postgraduate students, as well as the early career researchers present today and who will be taking part in this training workshop. That it's a very good opportunity for us to take optimal advantage of. And I think it shouldn't be out of place for me to tell you that, in a sense, I have this sense of envy that you have this privilege that some of us did not have when we were postgraduate students and early career researchers. Because I don't think it should be proper for me to call myself an early career researcher now. But I could tell you that for many of my generation, we actually literally pass through the jungle with our heads. For those of you who understand Yoruba, you can try to interpret that. Professor Jebode, I can see you over there. Maybe you will help us. Could you interpret that into Yoruba? If you pass through the jungle with your head. Aha. Yes. That was what many of us did, we were more or less on our own with very little guidance. We didn't have such programs as these. We didn't have the privilege of having such opportunities to be actually trained in research methodologies. We didn't have the privilege of having formal workshops like these to attend. Of course, then we had supervisors at the postgraduate level who did their best to mentor us, but we never had this kind of opportunity. And that says something to me, that if we could have made the kind of progress we made in our respective fields, in spite of our limitations, in spite of the opportunities we did not have then, Then those of you who have the privilege of participating or benefiting from such programs, you have the opportunity to excel in your various fields. And I would want to challenge you that you pay adequate attention to all that will be discussed, all that will be exposed, because certainly they would go a long way in enhancing your research and career trajectory. And on this note, I would want to again acknowledge the PASGA and to express the gratitude of the university to what you have been doing in collaboration with our university to see that our academic work, especially the research aspect, is enhanced. I tell people that as far as academics are concerned, there are three aspects, there are three elements to our responsibilities. The first, as far as I'm concerned, is research. The second is teaching. And I place these elements in that order. Research first, because it is in the course of research that you generate knowledge. Teaching is just the avenue, is the platform for the dissemination of research. And the third aspect of our responsibility is community service. And that is where we make direct effort to bring to bear knowledge generated, disseminated, to bear upon society. So, as far as academic is concerned, research is core. And it is from that perspective that I want to challenge all of us that if you are really interested in academics, that it is important that we pay adequate attention to the research aspect. And I know that over the next 15 days or so, is it 15 days now? Yeah, a lot of things will be exposed to us that would empower us, that would equip us to carry out what we call cutting edge research that will make a lot of difference to us as academics, as researchers, as professionals in different fields. Going through the program of today's event, I'm particularly interested in hearing what the alumni of these workshops will say, because I bothered to ask as soon as I came in that have the people listed here benefited from such training in the past, and the answer I got was in the affirmative. So I am particularly interested in hearing what people like Professor Ayede, Dr. Omitoyin, Dr. Olajide, and Dr. Famuyiwa would have to say about the benefits of these programs, so that we are all inspired, we are all encouraged to pay rapt attention to all that will be done in the course of the next few days. And at this point, I can only just wish all our postgraduate students and all early career researchers all the best as we begin to take positive steps to climb up the ladder of our various career projections. And I also use the opportunity on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Abel Idowu-Olayinka, who would have loved to be here, but for other pressing official assignments, a very fruitful deliberations and interaction. I thank you all for your attention.